I know the overall target is for us to come together, but is there any other tangible items that you have your mind set on? I wish I can get out of this conference by one or two, three items that I want to achieve. What would that be?
For me, the most important point, I mean, we have talked about the topic of unity as Canadians, the Canadian language industry, the Canadian professionals in this industry. But to me, and this goes even beyond Canada to like on a global level,
Mm-hmm.
something is happening right now with AI in translation and interpreting that is quite unique. And we, as the industry and the professionals, it is paramount that we lead this conversation, that we don't leave it up to chance, that we're realistic about what is happening, and that we reestablish ourselves and our value and communicate this both to institutions and to end users. I think this is a very important time, and it's very important for us to be the ones, for us, the experts, to be leading this conversation. And I think conferences like this is where people can come together and we can come kind of to a collective understanding of how we are going to not just survive this, but how we're going to thrive as translators and interpreters at a time of in the era of AI.
Absolutely. Peter, and I know like you and I have talked about, that whole coast to coast presence for CLIA. So I'm assuming that fits that agenda of being present to Canadians in the Canadian language industry across the country. I'm assuming that that's part of it, but I'll let you get your takeaway there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Robin, you're right on. I mean, we have talked about building bridges across Canada, and in earlier in September, CLIA hosted its first Rendezvous Vancouver, the first time that we were in Western
Congratulations. I heard
Canada.
that went very well.
Absolutely, yes. With Sylvia's help, we had over 35 attendees, and we were in the
Very, very good.
brand new
Congratulations.
LaSalle College in Vancouver, and we're the first event that they ever hosted in that facility. So a lot of firsts,
Excellent.
and absolutely, and it really was about bringing the message of what is the Canadian language industry stand for? What is our message to our members? What is our message to the greater associations, the professionals? And that's a message that we want to continue across Canada. We're planning for Rendezvous Halifax. We're heading east earlier in early in 2026, and we want to do the same thing. We want to engage with the audiences there, and we want to engage with members, new members, potential members, and linguists, and other associations, and really with the goal of establishing a presence. And when we were in Vancouver, we heard from the people who were there. They were so engaging and so in a way appreciative of this opportunity that we've been emailing them back and forth, and we're thinking about making this an annual event, to make sure that they annually show up there and to basically. So we heard that. And same thing for Eastern Canada. The same ideas for us to do the same thing, to land there, to find local support, and continue building bridges from coast to coast, and then to coast,
Absolutely.
as you mentioned.
Absolutely. No, this is great, for the initiative that I see the CLIA members and the CLIA board under Peter's presidency is taking. I'm very proud of you guys, very proud of what you guys are doing. And, going on to the strategy that we've desired to put together for the past few years, now it's coming to fruition. And I really appreciate the effort that you guys are doing coast to coast. We're no longer a Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal kind of an association. We are coast to coast and a coast kind of an association, bringing everybody under the tent, which is the overall for us is the interest for us would be the Canadian, the industry in general. And how can we make it better? How can we preserve, the teams that we have, the human assets that we have, the human capital that we have in the industry, which, yes, technology is going to come in and it's coming in every day and every day is getting better, fine. But there's a human capital involved that is going to drive all this, either to monitor it, to engage with it, to make it better. Whatever the function is going to end up being part of that, it's all going to be part of our conversations going forward as an industry in Canada. And I really appreciate what you guys are doing. This is phenomenal.